After watching several of these videos, you may have noticed that my weight tends to fluctuate over the year. Several reasons for that, but mostly because I'm always going between Africa and the US and have very different lifestyles when I'm at each place. Anyway, several years ago, a friend of mine offered me to join him on an online weight loss contest.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Basically where you put in some money and then at the end of the month, the winners that hit their goal get to keep it. And so I did that with him. There are quite a few companies that use financial incentives to help you lose weight online. I've only used one called Diet Bet. In fact, I've done it 8 times now, undefeated 8-0, but I'm doing it again. And I just wanted to show you that experience, what it's like, give you an inside look, and explain a little bit of that for you. So the way this works is they'll have you pay a participation fee to get involved. Usually it's like $35. Some of the games, it's a little bit more with a higher payout, but I've always done the 30-day game with a $35 entry fee. And then they take that and they want you to lose 4% of your body weight over that amount of time. Now for me, I weighed 209.6, so I have to get down to 201 pounds. So basically I need to lose 8.5 pounds over 30 days, which is very doable. What they'll have you do though is you'll take a picture of yourself on a scale and they'll tell you what word to put on there so they can see it's a current picture. And then you submit it to them and then you've got 30 days to make your progress. They want to make sure though that you're not doing anything dangerous, no drugs, no starvation, no crazy water manipulation. They just want to make sure you're safe doing it, doing healthy habits to lose the weight instead of extreme things. So I've gotten off to kind of a slow start this time. I've been in the contest now for about 10 days, haven't been taking it too serious, and I've only lost a little over a pound. So I still have 7.5 pounds to go in a little under 3 weeks, which is still doable, but I need to start doing a better job, which is why I'm making this video for accountability. So what I'm going to do is weigh myself next Monday, and then there'll be 2 more Mondays I'll weigh in before the final weigh-in, and I'll just give you a peek into what that's like as I do that. So in the past, there's been 5 things I do that help me lose weight for these contests. The first thing is a no-brainer. It's just cut back on junk food. I mean, don't be eating cakes and cookies and chips and pop and stuff like that.
Mother, Oreo smoothie now.
Obviously, I try not to eat that usually, but I'm going to be more careful here in the next 3 weeks and really do a better job with that. Second thing's an easy one, and that is reducing your portion sizes. So many times we'll eat big plates of food and then we'll go back for seconds, but if we can just control our portion size, that makes a huge difference in your calorie intake. So that's the second thing. Third one is decreasing carb intake. I love carbs, and I don't think they're bad. I don't avoid them, but I will cut back, so I'm not eating as much bread and pastas and cereals and things like that. That makes a big difference. The fourth thing is to increase my protein intake. I don't usually eat enough protein, less than recommended. It's something I've always struggled with, but I've noticed when I do, I'm usually feel more full throughout the day and do a better job with my weight when I get more protein. And then the fifth thing is just a fallback measure. That's if I'm not seeing progress and it's going slow, I just have to record the food I'm eating and get a more objective intake. It's so easy for us just to think in the back of our mind what we're doing when we're just so far off of reality. So if we're not making good progress, then I'll record my food intake. That makes a big difference. You can use MyFitnessPal or any sort of app for that. So that's my game plan for the next 3 weeks.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Okay, here we go for next weigh-in. Okay, here we go for another weigh-in. $205.8. Apparently I didn't apply the things I said last time. So I've got a little under a week to lose about 5 pounds. We'll see how it goes. So I haven't recorded for a while. It's been almost 2 weeks ago since the contest ended, and I forgot to record my final weigh-in. However, I did take a picture of it for the judges that I had to submit. I ended up coming in at 200 pounds even. So I did end up being one of the winners for this contest. They sent me to my PayPal account $48, a little bit over that. Now you have to remember though, 48 bucks is what I got, but it took me 35 to enroll, so it's basically a $13 gain. So I made 13 bucks from doing this.
It's like $1 an hour.
So Napoleon's right. It's not much of a moneymaker for how much time and effort it takes. However, if you want to lose weight and you need some incentive, it can be helpful if you're like getting ready for a reunion or a wedding or some sort of social event, something like that, and you need to drop 10 pounds within a month or so. It can be a handy accountability tool. No one's going to complain about losing the weight, but it's not going to be a big money maker just because they divide it among so many winners, and they've got a pretty hefty administration fee in that also. So anyway, I'm back in the US. As you can tell, I've gained back probably most of the weight I lost in the last 4 or 5 days traveling back here and eating here. So we'll see how we can handle our weight once we're in the US, if I have some self-control, and to see how things go. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for some of the fun videos I got coming up.
Push the button.
Don't encourage him.